Hi everyone, welcome to the 9th and last Lagvoid tutorial. I'm Fred and I'll show you how to build a live set using script sequencer and song mode. It would be wise to watch previous tutorials before this one. While in song mode, main pedal triggers a sequence of 10 macro commands that you can trigger individually on main board. Those macro commands are edited in the script sequencer by clicking on the Edit button. We can see here the macro commands loaded as a template at startup. You can launch those commands by clicking on the corresponding buttons on mainboard. For example, number 2 triggers a fade on every module. What we want now is record a verse gimmick to get into rhythm and launch a beat. Record a chorus gimmick on the beat, go back to verse without beat, and go back to chorus, but this time with Ableton. Let's edit first step. Click Edit 1 button. We run the step edit page. Click Clear to clear page. Click on the title area and type verse 1 loopin. On the first row, click on first command line to open drop-down menu and select Mother. In the second column, select Trigger 1. Trigger 1 and Trigger 2 correspond to loop in and loop out in the live mode that we've seen in tutorial 4. Click Cue List to go back to script sequencer. Click Edit 2. Clear. In the name area, type verse 1 loop out. As first command, select Mother Trigger 2 that will launch Mother Loop. We want the player to start in sync mode at that moment. So the second command line will be param one player command set to 5, which means player sync mode, as you can read on the bottom of the page. You need to plug player to output, so click chord one player out on, which means connection between one player and out on. Let's edit next step. Cue list, edit 3, clear. This one will be chorus 1 record. First, we want to cut the verse gimmick that Mother module is playing, so our first command line will be chord, Mother, out, off. Connection between Mother and out, off. To record into a looper module, you just have to connect a flow to it. So the command will be chord, input, one loop in, on. Connection between input and one loop in, on. We want the looper to be connected to output, so next command will be chord, one loop, out, on. Connection between first looper and main out, on. Well, still 2 steps to go. Cue list, edit 4, clear. The name now will be verse 2. Here we want to cut the player, cut the looper, and play Mother back. What we need first to do is to stop recording. So we set connection between input and first looper off. Then we can patch all 3 modules. Connection between first looper and main out off. Connection between player and main out off. Connection between Mother and main out on. I have set Ableton so that M1 triggers scene 1 and M2 triggers scene 2. We want a MIDI play command to be sent on next first beat for Ableton to be synced with Lagvoid. The command is param MIDI transport command set to 2, which means stop and play on next one, as you can read on the bottom of the page. And we trigger scene 1 which is empty with the command MIDI note M1. Ableton will start running an empty scene on next first bit. Next step. Cue list, edit 5, clear. The name now is Chorus 2. We want to cut mother module, play first looper, and launch Ableton Scene 2. The three command lines are connection between mother and main out off, connection between first looper and main out on, MIDI note M2. On the sixth step, let's trigger a begin it as a cut end. Cue list, edit 5, clear. Let's type end as a name. The command will be trigger begin it. To erase the other steps, clear step 7 and copy it on the next steps. Let's save this song on song 1. We've opened many pages. It may be good to close all those windows for lighter processing costs. Click Close Windows. Let's try it. Don't forget to select Song Mode. You can have a view of connections on the Mini Metrics panel. You can see too the name of the current step and next step in the Now and Next panel. That's all for the tutorials. Bye bye.